Hello and welcome to our Friday edition of News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Coming up on the program, the President signs the 6.06 trillion naira budget into law on the assumption of $38 per barrel oil price benchmark. The Edo State Police holds meeting on best practices ahead of the 2016 governorship election. And the Kogi State government bans illegal felling of trees. Thank you so much for joining us on News Across Nigeria, where we report on what's happening currently across the Nigerian Federation. And we begin with a story that affects all the Nigerian states. The President has signed the 2016 budget into law. This assent has now given way for the full implementation of the budget. The ceremony was witnessed by the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara. While the President says that the budget must be able to work for the people, the Senate President, on his part, says with the signing of the budget, what is important now is its implementation. The Budget Minister, Udo Udoma, says the budget size is slightly lower than the figure the executive submitted. What was eventually signed was 6.06 trillion naira on the revenues assumption of $38 crude oil price. The President had in December last year submitted a proposal of 6.06 trillion naira, of which 3.3 billion naira was earmarked for statutory transfer, 1.4 trillion naira for debt service, while 2.6 trillion naira was earmarked for recurrent non-debt expenditure.
It's a great pleasure today to sign the first full-year budget of this administration into law. I thank the leadership of the National Assembly, in particular the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and indeed all members of the National Assembly for their cooperation in making this a reality. This budget is intended to signpost a renewal of our commitment to restoring the budget as a serious article of faith with the Nigerian people. This administration is committed to ensuring that henceforth the annual appropriation bill is presented to the National Assembly in time for passage of the Act before the beginning of the fiscal year. Through the 2016 budget, aptly titled Budget of Change, the government seeks to fulfill its own side of the social contract. The budget I have signed into law provides for aggregate expenditure of 6.06 trillion naira. Further details of the approved budget, as well as our strategic implementation, will be provided by the Honorable Minister of Budget and National Planning.
Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari. Meanwhile, the passage of the budget has been long awaited by economists, industrialists, and analysts alike. Channels TV business editor Bosun Amafaye sheds light on some of the targets that the government has set for itself in the 2016 Appropriation Act and their expected impact on the economy.
It's been a long waiting coming, but again, as you read earlier in the news, there are certain areas that looks very interesting and they are forward-looking for those who are interested in investment. The President and the National Assembly Committee were talking about a predictable exchange rate in about a year from now. And I'm sure that is something that will be very comfortable to both local and foreign investors. You can't run an exchange rate that is so volatile that is totally unpredictable. So that will be good on one hand. The second is that we're looking at interest rates that were back to around 9%, and that will be very good. Part of the 34 critical areas the government is looking at. So if we can get interest rate back to 9%, that will be single digit. At what rate would you be looking at inflation? That will be another discussion. But at least we'll be able to move headline interest rates back from about 12% to 9%. That will be a lot of work to do. Will we be able to spend our way from 2016 to 2017 to be able to achieve that? Then we need to spend massively this year. The time is very short. We have only about 7 months before the end of this year. Already we know the 2016 budget will overlap into the first quarter of 2017. Therefore, the work to start on 2017 very early will be in rightful place so that we have an idea of what 2017 will look like at least by December.
In other news across Nigeria, this time to the northeastern part of the country, where troops have rescued 34 women and girls and another 28 children kidnapped by the Boko Haram sect in Borno State. The rescued hostages are currently being spoken with at the 7th Division headquarters in Maiduguri, the state capital, being debriefed. Federal troops on a long-range rescue mission in the theater of operations rescued the women and girls in a village called Walasa.
Troops went on long-range rescue mission from the 3rd to the 4th of May 2016. During the operation, troops rescued 20 hostages, including young girls in Walasa. Among those rescued are 2 Cameroonians. Along the Alagado axis, troops have continued to clean up the camps to exploit the games. Accordingly, several discoveries were made. The Boko Haram terrorist administrative and harbor base was discovered. The items that were recovered from those locations included a field hospital, that is a place where they use as field hospital, as well as a factory that they were using to manufacture improvised explosive devices. Those who have been abducted, because for the period of 2 years now, they have indoctrinated these girls to believe that the Nigerian army troops are those who will come and carry them and rape them or kill them. When you use this medium to tell them that any time they see the Nigerian army troops moving, they should quickly state that, oh, I was abducted from so place. What you just see here today will be happening every day, and all those who have been abducted will come back. So those who are saying bring back our girls will definitely see the way we have brought back the girls.
Staying with security issues, but to the southeastern part of the country, the Imo State Police Command has debunked rumors that there were attacks and reprisal attacks between indigents and some Fulani herdsmen in Okigwe local government area of the state. The command describes the report as untrue and an attempt by some unscrupulous elements to fan the embers of disunity in the state. The Commissioner of Police in Imo State, who was speaking when he visited the Hausa Fulani community for a town hall meeting in Okigwe local government area of Imo State, says there's no cause for alarm.
The Imo State Police Commissioner, Taiwo Lakanu, and his team arrives at Kigwe local government area, where he's received by the local government chairman and the area commander in the zone. He goes to the Fulani settlement in Umololo to dispel the rumors and clear the air on the alleged carnage in the settlement. Done with the inspection, the commissioner and his team addresses a town hall meeting involving traders, herdsmen, Hausa community, village heads, traditional rulers, and local security outfits. The commissioner wants the spirit of togetherness among indigents and non-indigents, irrespective of ethnic differences, and not disunity.
There is no place you go that you don't see other members of other ethnic group. If you go to the north, you will see Igbo people there. You see Yoruba people there. If you go to the Yoruba land, you will see Hausa people, you see Igbo people. If you have come this long, come a long way, this is not the time for us to start fighting.
He advised all persons or groups to stop spreading false stories or rumors that will affect the peaceful coexistence of indigents and non-indigents in the state, promising that the police have taken measures to prevent any form of violence.
We are all aware of what has been happening concerning Fulani herdsmen and the indigenes. We wouldn't know whether some people are exploiting the good relationship to cause carnage in the country because there is no basis for us to fight. We are aware that recently in Enugu, some people were alleged to have been killed.
While commending the police authorities, leader of the House of Fulani community in the area, Alhaji Yayabiu, says they have resolved to live peacefully with the indigents of the area, where love and unity reign supreme.
What is happening in Taraba, what is happening in Benue, what is happening in Enugu area of the state, we don't want it to come to Imo State. We have been staying here in peace. We have been staying here in peace with the people of Okigwe. We have been staying here in peace with people of Imo State. And we have a good relationship with all the security agencies we have in Imo State. We are peace lovers, and the Fulanis who are living around here, they don't have any problem. They don't fight with anybody. We have been telling them whatsoever they have. If they have any problem, let them report it to us or let them go to police and report their matter.
The police may have played its part to put an end to the rumors of attacks and reprisals in Okigwe. Yet indigents and non-indigents in the area will also need to play theirs to enhance peaceful coexistence at all times.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Stay with us. Coming up, the Nigerian Immigration Service, Abia State Command to send back illegal immigrants.